Buddhism. Who is a Buddhist? A Buddhist is someone who went for refugee to the three jewels. But what are the three jewels? The first of the three is the Buddha. They teach a path out of suffering. The second one is Dharma. It's a teaching about reality. And the third, Sangha, which is the community of Buddhists. Buddha is translated to the awakened one and refers to the first Buddha, Siddhartha Gautama. Now, a quick story about Gautama. He was a wealthy prince who abandoned his life of luxury to find the solution to the problem of suffering, or dukkha. The dukkha doesn't have a direct translation, but it somewhat means stress or unsatisfactoriness or dis-ease, which means like not being at ease or not fitting into the world. Buddhists spend many years in the search of the solution of dukkha. They strive for awakening or enlightenment or nirvana. The Buddha teaches the Four Noble Truths. The first one is suffering. It's a fact of life. It's when you get sick or old or not getting what you want. It's an endless cycle of craving and suffering. And these two blind us to the need of others, which leads to even more suffering. The second noble truth is cause of suffering. The causes are craving and karma. Karma is basically cause and effect. So if you do something, something else happens. So if you do good, good things will happen to you. But if you do bad, bad things will happen to you. And there are three poisons which cause bad karma. They are hatred, greed, and delusion. These three are the root of suffering. The third noble truth is suffering can be ended. Humans can end bad actions, which leads to end of suffering. These bad actions are, if these bad actions are replaced with the good ones, they can reach nirvana. And the fourth noble truth is the path from suffering. It's the middle way of self-indulgence and self-mortification. It's known as the Eightfold Path, which includes training and moral discipline, concentration, and wisdom. The two important ideas are all things are impermanent. so everything changes over time. The cause of this is everything is interconnected, so everything is dependent on one another. Now, the third jewel is Dharma, which teaches about nature of reality. And then you have the turning wheel of Dharma, turning the wheel of Dharma, which is a teaching the truth about reality. And the third jewel is Sangha. Buddha did not teach a single set of teachings or practices. He presented a general guide for all beings to follow, known as teaching the gradual path. So you basically, at the start, there is suffering, and at the end, you achieve the awakening to freedom of suffering, or nirvana. This takes this path from suffering to the awakening. This path takes many lifetimes. So you're born again and again in a cycle known as samsara. So everyone is at a different part of the path. So they learn different teachings appropriate to their spot. Buddhists at the beginning try to earn merit and good karma, hoping to get a good rebirth. At the next part, they try to become the monk. They follow the path out of suffering. So one of the ways to do that is with meditation. It's a key technique for realizing the truth of reality of nature. In Buddhism, there are three main branches. The first one is Theravada, second is Mahayana, and the third one is Tibetan Buddhism or Vajrayana.